Hey guys, what's going on? Lance here, you know what's good. Anyway, back working on the Dirty 30. Alright, so today, like I said, we're going to be, in the last episode, we're going to be welding the diff. So, the car's already up on axle stands. You can't see that much. So I'm just going to get stuck in, pull the wheels off, and pretty much start just whacking into her. She's a solid axle, so the whole kit and caboodle is going to have to drop down. So yeah, I'll be back with you in a sec, and let's just get stuck in and get into it. Alright guys, we're back. Just pulled the wheel off, and also on the other side, so we're going to have to drop this caliper, hang it up somewhere. We're going to have to undo this. We're just going to worry about the brake lines, and pretty much the same thing over the other side, as well as take the tail shaft off, and the whole thing should come out. So yeah, it shouldn't be too hard, but I'll get stuck in and probably get back to you when I got a bit more off. Alright guys, we're back. Just pushed the axles out of the half shafts out of the diff. So just you push those out far enough. You just pretty much unbolt pretty much the brakes and stuff, and then just tap them on that side, just with a hammer and a chisel, just with enough force, and it should pop them right out. So the other side's done as well. So I'm just going to drop the fluid in the diff and then move on to getting the diff gears out. Alright guys, so the back of the diff housing is now off. Let it drain overnight, just was a bit late to keep going on. As you can see, the axles are just out, so just should be able to remove these 4 bolts, and then the whole thing should come out. There's going to be shims where those bolts sit, so just make sure that if you do this, just make sure that you keep the shims like left to left and right to right. Alright, cool. Well, alright guys, she's about to come out. Just really, if it does need to fall out, just let it fall, man. Like, really, don't try and stop it. Just cushion the blow. I've got a creeper and some blanket underneath it. Like, that shit's heavy, and if it just falls suddenly, it'll really hurt. So, yeah, just make some precautions. Stick a bar in, and, you know, if you can't have it drop nicely, just try and not damage any of the gears, alright? Cool. Alright, guys, as you can see, the diff is out. So, just cleaning her up outside on a bit of cardboard with some degreaser. Just trying to clean up. You can slightly see them. Those spider gears in there is what we're going to weld. So if I can catch it on camera, hold on, there's a rag. If I can pretend to be an axle right now, you can see very slightly that they're spinning. So what's happening there is goes down the tail shaft, comes onto this, the diff housing and whatnot, goes onto the cog and spins this spine gear, which will then spin the whole thing as well as the axles. But now that's really good in normal driving conditions, but when you're practically driving on the limit or whatever, it can be really unpredictable if one wheel just starts to grab up and the other one completely loses traction. You want more of a even distribution of power in motorsport, and especially in drifting, you practically want both wheels spinning. Like I said, makes it more predictable. You can really throw the car in with confidence without having to worry, oh, is the left wheel going to grip up more or the right wheel going to grip up more in this corner. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to be welding in those spine gears together, and that will lock the diff completely, making both wheels spin all the time, which is better on a track car because you can get wheel skip, because the differential is making the inner wheel spin slower than the outer wheel. So you get like a bit of wheel chirping, and you'll definitely hear it when you have to take tight corners in like parking spaces or whatnot. You'll hear it like skipping. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna get someone to weld this together, and then I'll get back to you when we're down there getting it welded. Cool, too easy. Hey guys, we are back. So it's been a little while, but you know, we got the diff welded eventually, and just look in there now. Some nice welds, right, on both sides. So those are lining all the spider gears together, so they're not going anywhere. I can't even spin this thing one by my hand, so you know, it should hold together good. Gus said that it'd be just fine, so he's, you know, I trust him. If anything, I don't know if I talked about this before, but we can put a mini spool in it if it actually does start to flog out and break and whatever, and you know, that'll get rid of all the spider gears, and we'll just put this mini spool in and it'll just lock the whole thing all together. Like I said before, guys, we're just going to make this, you know, as cheap as possible, so to show you guys that you can get out there with barely any money, you know, and just really just have a load of fun. So anyway, start getting this whacked into the car just after cleaning it a bit more, and yeah, so stick with me, and we'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, we just bolted the tail shaft in, so there's 2 bolts there, and then there's another 2 on the other side. We've bolted in the diff now, so just put the 2 big caps on, so 4 bolts holding those in, so 2 that side, 2 that side. We can't spin it because it's in park at the moment, but I also connected up the drive shafts as well, so there's just 4 bolts, and before you slot those in, you just push them into the center and make sure they line up and mesh real nice. Everything's moving real good. It's locked, like I've just checked. So I'll just get this backing plate on, do a few more things, and should be ready to start up and see how she goes. Alright, too easy. I'll catch you once I've got this backing plate on. Hey guys, so we thought we'd just make it a bit more pretty and put a bit of red spray paint on it, just to make it that little bit more hot boy. So we'll get this bad boy on. Everything else has been done, so we're just gonna grab some of this stuff, just some extra gasket to help it seal just that little bit more on that side, but it's got the gasket on it that's in pretty good nick, so just gonna help it out a bit, and yeah, get stuck into that and put it back together. So be with you in a bit when I'm putting. Alright guys, so this is the diff oil we're going to use, so some Pentrite, fully synthetic for 75.90. This is just your usual pump that you can buy from any of your local auto parts stores. It just makes it a lot easier to fill the diff up. Pretty much just got a pump, you put the liquid into there and just pump it through and come through that nozzle, and then so I'm just going to cut to the video where I'm just filling up the diff. So we're just going to fill it up till it comes out of the fill plug, and that's pretty much when you know it's full, and few other things left, and pretty much smash that out and
No, that's skipping.
Anyway, that's going to be it for this one, guys. As you can see, we got the diff welded in. As you can see in the last clip, the skipping I was talking about. So that's going to make the car a lot more predictable, and we'll be able to really throw it into corners with confidence. So that's the diff welded, the AC removed. We've yet to spend actually any money more on the car than what the car's actually cost us. We actually recently just signed up for our first event, which will be later next month, so that should be exciting stuff. So hoping to get some good footage while we're out there and just see how the car goes and how we stack up, and from there we'll kind of go into see what mods we'll need to do when we're actually on the track, like if there's things that we need to do that'll make the car more reliable, or things like coilovers, or getting more rack spaces and stuff like that to give more angle. But that'll be more for when we've actually been on the track and once we've actually decided what the car actually needs. Right now we're just trying to do the bare minimum and just get out there and just have a blast. So anyway, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, peace out. Take it easy, guys.